Hey YouTube, Jim here. Welcome to Top 10 Archive. You might have thought at one point that trail cameras were cool. I wonder what animals do when we're not around. Perhaps you imagine that the world could be watched the way you'd watch a Discovery Channel documentary or an Animal Planet show. But if you were any of these 10 people, you'd have seen something you could never erase from your memory. Here are 10 weird trail cam photos that will haunt you. But before we get started, why not become an archivist today by clicking that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. If you end up enjoying this video, let us know by giving it a thumbs up, and in the comments section, tell us if you believe in ghosts or not.
Number 10. Walking Scarecrow. If you saw this while going through your trail cam, you would almost certainly think one of two things. One, a scarecrow detached from the pole he was placed on, maybe on his way to see the wizard. Or two, that you're on a very wooded version of Elm Street. There's no explanation that makes a human-looking figure with a weird hat on running through the woods normal. Number 9. This kid. This may be a sleepwalking child who happened to misplace his bedroom, but to me, he'll always be the scariest child I've ever encountered in person or on camera. His bright eyes caught by the night vision, his misplaced look of don't care that I'm all alone in the woods in the middle of the night. Absolutely not. Also, why does he look like he's so purposely in the middle of the shot? And 2 seconds later, he's way too close to the lens. This is real-life horror, my friends. Number 8. Deer on deer. It's not hard to guess what happened here, but it seems like the camera caught the aftermath and not the actual altercation itself. So we can't say for sure. Maybe the deer woke up like that, totally unaware of how frightening they look. We'll leave it to the lawyer to tell us why in court. For now, the evidence is not just incriminating, it's downright terrifying. Number 7. Coyote Girl. If I didn't know any better, I would definitely look at this photo and come to the following conclusion. The coyote came to the girls saying they found something strange in the woods. The girl, who lives in the woods with the coyote and the rest of its pack, comes along and takes a look. They chat about it. She comes closer, points, and says, "It's just a camera," and they go back into the woods to live their lives. Given that none of this is actually possible, what in dog's name is happening in this photo? Number 6. Middle of the night children. I think one of the scariest parts of having cameras record things in the middle of the night is anytime a child makes an appearance. It's like seeing a school teacher at the mall. They just don't belong there, and they need to go back to their natural habitat and out of my brain, which is inevitably going to ask a million questions. In this photo particularly, I wonder which of these two should be more afraid. The girl that looks like a tiny demon who's about to destroy that deer? Or the deer who looks like it could put his antlers through the girl like a pincushion? Either way, don't show me how it ends. Number 5. Ontario Aliens. A man in Petawawa, Ontario, said they've been experiencing strange activity on their baby monitors and seeing green orbs, which under any circumstances would just be a bunch of countryside lack of entertainment. Until, of course, someone documents something that is just hard to deny. Nothing like a good trail cam to take photos in 1-second bursts to capture a good spaceship and a spaceman. According to the owner of the cam, the two photos were actually taken a second apart. This is the first trail cam shot on the list that I'm not against putting up on my mantle. Number 4. Blood Ear. Until you saw this list, you probably thought deer were like Bambi. They're sweet and dainty and, oh my gosh, what is that? What happened to Bambi? Can deer even get violent like that? Why would anyone do this? This camera is out trying to traumatize us, and I will never unsee this. Perhaps one of the worst parts is that it can't just wipe its own eyes because deer limbs don't work like that. I guess if you asked him, though, he'd just say, "You should see the other deer." Number 3. Deer Girl? Coyote Girl? Is that you? Now all these kids out here in the middle of the night with wild animals are starting to look staged. Are people just out here with their children as bait? Do they have pet deer? How are they getting all these shots? And why? Is there some sort of dark web market for pictures of children with wild animals? There's a lot of crazy out there, folks. Number 2. Mental Break. Almost any of the photos on this list I can live with, except this one. If I were checking my footage from my trail cam at night, alone at my desk on my computer, and I see this, then that's it. I'm calling my mom immediately, turning on all the lights, and getting into the fetal position. This man looks completely deranged, out of his mind, and he's in the middle of the woods. Does anyone know what the story is here? If it's bad, don't tell me. Okay, you can tell me your version of this in the comments. Number 1. The Deer and the Demon. Okay, after what we've seen deer do on this list, I have to say, I don't feel that bad for it. That being said, whatever is chasing this deer has got to be more than a weird angle or an optical illusion. Otherwise, why is the deer so clear? Something is hunting a deer, and I am quite sure it's some sort of demon. Better that deer than me, I guess. But if I owned that trail cam, I'd be running for the hills. Thanks for watching. We may be at the trail end of this video, but we're certainly glad you cam. Remember, we're watching. So be sure to subscribe, click the bell, and give this video a like. And here are 2 more archive videos capturing the strange and the weird for your viewing pleasure.